for themselves. They can work in managed brothels or they can work on the street. So, you know, they're free like any other worker in that way. There are some people who want to get out, but there are others who say, look, I'm really happy, I'm comfortable doing this.
Good afternoon, Paradise. Fiona speaking. What sort of age group, darling, are you looking for? Excellent, wonderful. Are you looking for blonde or brunette? What sort of size are you looking for, honey? It's $160 for half an hour. At the moment, we have a Christmas special of $180 for the hour. All right, thank you very much. Bye. No. Yeah, he sounded rough, ready. He wants someone young, under the age of, you know, as young as he can get them, which always raises alarm bells for me. And the other one that raises alarm bells, new to the industry. You know, the girl that is new to the industry wants to be the first client because then she doesn't know the rules. The clients here know that I teach the girls the rules before they even go in the room. So there's no misbehaving. I'm mum to a lot of the girls.
Yeah, Jazz and I say that it's the Fiona Basket home for wayward girls. Because we all kind of end up here.
We all have the same sort of situation.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't work anywhere else. Because everywhere else it's just a business. You just stock. That's all you are. They're shifting units. They don't care about you as a person.
You know, I'm very fair. But it comes down to it. If I say something, I expect it to be done. I don't expect to be backlit. I will not cast a blind eye for drugs. You do drugs in my establishment, yeah, that's when you really see the wrath. You know, it is a business and I am the boss. I've got to make sure the personality and the style fits in with what we do as well. With you, it was easy. You were exactly what I was looking for. I said to Carmen the 2 days before, I need a blonde, I need someone under 20, I need a size 6 to 8. It was like the recruitment fairy came along. So if you guys find anyone that is a brunette, under 20, a size 6 to 8, that's what I need next. And the marketing is important. So like, we've got a marketing plan, so we know where we're going to put our money towards marketing and who we're going to market and how we're going to market. Each girl's a little bit different. I mean, Carmen being a lovely exotic dark girl is a little bit different, but she does a great submissive with Mistress. A porn star experience is she uses all the toys that are in the room that you've seen, and it's a really erotic experience. Now, a girlfriend experience is a hand job, a blowjob and straight sex. That's how we sell it. It depends on what the client is wanting, and that way we match up to the girl.
Because our client base is probably guys from about 30, 45-ish is like the main group of people, and most of them say that if it was illegal they wouldn't do it. Yeah. You know, they're mostly like corporate guys, yeah, self-employed, clean cut, nice people who are just sort of sneaking out for lunch because they've had a boring day.
I have a great marriage. My wife I love dearly. She loves me. However, she is very vanilla in the way she likes to make love. And I guess as a guy, you know, sometimes we want something a bit different or a bit extra.
I don't rationalise it by saying, oh, I'm helping her get through university or I'm helping a solo mum support 3 kids or whatever. I don't need to rationalise it like that. I've gone way past that stage. To me, it's a business transaction.
It's usually very, very active, less conversation, very messy, multiple positions, you know, all the services, anal, you know, things like that.
Well, with this job, I think the most important things are impeccable grooming and a really strong stomach. I was into some pretty kinky stuff before I started working, so bit of a non-issue. In terms of people in this industry, like, I'm not that young. Like, Hook is age and dog years. But I mean, I'm, you know, well-educated, I've got my degrees, I've got lots of work experience. I could do lots of other things if I wanted to, but I felt more used and exploited working a minimum wage job where I get 10-minute lunch breaks than I do doing this and doing what I want and having the financial stability to sort of, you know, own a house in less than 2 years if I want. So for me, this is the best option.
I was studying a Bachelor of Nursing, did the first year of it, and I'll probably go back and do the second year next year.
Thank you, Mum.
I've been sort of portrayed as the girl next door, kind of, because I'm the young one and I'm the new one, and that's the sort of story that I act up to a little bit, but it's pretty much just whatever the client wants, really. I'm now Samantha, and I'm going to see a man that is quite odd.
Good girl. Proud of you. We run a VIP membership program. Every time they get a booking, they give me the number and they actually get their 11th booking free of charge. It's part of their VIP program. It's good. It's just like, buy 10 coffees, get one free. This is his 11th free.
What it makes me understand is that those women aren't feeling that they have other sufficient economic options. And that's where I need the society, the culture to move to. Isn't it interesting that nobody introduces things like cost-benefit analyses into these debates? These are hugely economic debates, both at micro and macro level, because we have things like, from the moment student loans were introduced, women students have determined that one of the fastest ways to pay off their loans is as a sex worker, and they're quite right. I mean, the Students' Association of New Zealand are able to demonstrate that it takes New Zealand women graduates 6 to 7 years longer than men with the same degree to pay off their loans, and these women are trying to short-circuit it.
Hands and knees, just front leg back. Think sex, think naughty. Yeah, I'm Steve Crow. I've been in the adult industry since '93. Straighten
a little bit closer, a little bit straighter, and then just slight bend and then push your ass out.
Boobs out, butts out, boobs and bums. I own New Zealand's largest adult magazine and largest distribution company of pornographic DVDs and toys.
I think that's enough. The two of them.
A few months ago, we bought an escort directory.
Okay, so you want to change Nancy's ad? Just with Asian lady on it, not with her name.
The traffic is phenomenal. I mean, for a site in New Zealand to get 35,000 unique visitors a week is huge. And I'll be just basically overseeing the sales process with the girls. Rachel will be managing the club side of it, as in dealing with the clubs. And this is my partner and fiancée, Rachel Whitwell.
Thank you.
You're welcome, mate. Now you can say your own name. I'll give you permission.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Rachel. The only sort of dodgy thing that I've found from doing that job is the people that possibly might not be legal here in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And I photographed one Asian girl, and she had like so many bruises, and I just thought, that's, I don't like that.
Yeah.
And because they don't speak English and that person's interpreting for them, you think, is this a choice thing?
Even if you can get into the money.
Obviously, the primary reason to get into it is money. It's a business. We're here to make money.
Steve, what's the busiest parlour that you know that a girl could go and work for tonight?
Depends how good looking she is.
Really, how good looking are you, do you think? On a scale of 1 to 10?
More and more girls are turning to the sex industry to earn a living because, quite frankly, they're struggling to survive. It used to be 10 years ago, it was quite hard in a small country like New Zealand to get girls to do explicit photo shoots. Now we turn them down. I mean, we're getting them every day, every week. Girls wanting to do nude photo shoots for us. Girls that never would have in the past. I mean, if you go to the White House or any of the clubs, they will say that, they're getting a higher calibre of girl coming in to dance.
I built the White House in 2000. We've got Bill on the front door when you walk in. The reason for Bill is I think he was always a good guy, and a little bit because he's a naughty guy, And we're all naughty guys, and some of us get away with it, but poor Bill got caught.
Who else is up there?
I got two businesses. One is a striptease club and the other is a massage parlour. Generally, you might come from the White House upstairs, you walk downstairs, so you look at it up there, you have it down here. Main course, dessert. I don't want to call my place a brothel. I can call it Monica's. To other people it mightn't be a perfect name, but it suits my White House, basically. But there is no way our government put any thought into this legalisation. You've got millions of dollars getting spent right now trying to adjust things that are going wrong. There's still girls getting murdered. There's more prostitution on the street than ever. Most of our girls that have left now since the legalisation go and open up little places all over the place. You've got hundreds of people going everywhere else but here, and this is where the money's been spent.
In some ways it's the easiest money you can make, but in other ways it's the hardest money you'll make. Because the managers will say, oh, it's just great, it's fine and lovely here, you'll make $5,000 a night. It's bullshit. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get your head around sleeping with, 10 guys in one night and not knowing them, and it can mess with your head a wee bit. Yeah, I couldn't imagine working on the street.
I don't want to work in a brothel. I don't want to get naked in a bedroom and have guys molest me. I want to keep my clothes on. I want in and out. I'm in control. So out here, I can handle that. But if I'm in a brothel, what am I going to do? Lie on a bed? No, thank you. Then I want some pimp ruling my life. I've been there, done that. Out here, I'm in control.
I've been a Māori warden for about 14 years. Māori wardens have certain authorities to work within the community to prevent drunkenness and disorderly behaviour. I supported the rights of the street workers to do what they're doing if they so choose, because they've got no other way of surviving adequately. Just about all of them prostituting on the streets, Māori or Pacific Island women. They wouldn't be able to get by in a brothel. The women know it's dangerous. They know that they could get beaten up or worse. So if they didn't have to do it, why the heck do you think they do it? I've seen them here, time after time, going round and round the streets, looking at all the girls, and they consistently go for the younger, fresher ones. You can't have prostitutes if you haven't got clients. That's the reality. So maybe they need to look at that, but if that's the case, where are these girls going to get money to survive? Thank God I'm not a politician.
So what was happening here is the prostitutes would come up in this beautiful old homestead, and they would conduct their business right there. And so when you came out the next day to collect your paper, you had condoms littered. You're small, you're exposed, you're open, and so the prostitutes were coming here. I supported the beginning because I thought this was going to make prostitutes safer. And we can actually create these small owner-operated businesses that if we don't want to go into a brothel, you can, in fact, have a prostitute working in their home, and that would be all right. And so you were thinking pretty much you would get them indoors, you would get them out off the street. If that's the best we can do for our young people, offer them a life on the streets doing this, because it's their choice, What kind of society are we? Is this what you aim for?
New Zealand's given us, in the short term, what's the most logistical and strategic way to move on decriminalisation, to move on health risks, to move on some human rights, to move around actually taxing the underground economy. It's short term, but I want to hope that we will be able to keep building and making and framing societies where no man or woman feels they have to do this, where no children are sold into this.
When an Ontario court struck down 3 key laws on prostitution, it set off a discussion that rocketed from one end of the country to the other. Here's what was struck down: the provisions against communication for the purpose of prostitution, living off the avails of prostitution, and keeping a common body house. Now, Ottawa is appealing the decision, but if the decision stands, prostitution, pimping, and brothels could become completely legal in Ontario. We want to know what you think. Call us.
No, prostitution should not be legalized. If you really want to help prostitutes, the best way is to provide them with detoxification opportunities.
The judge is a hero.
This whole thing is ludicrous.
It gives men the go-ahead to purchase women.
Yes, prostitution has always been with us and always will be with us, but I'm against it because it leads to harms to the social fabric.
Working indoors is the safest possible opportunity. It gives sex workers the ability to control the conditions of their work, to increase safety.
That was a lot of 2 hours, Kate. Holy crap. My gosh. But it's good, right? Because you figure out what we need to highlight, the truth that needs to come out, and what people get, right? It's always good to have a little dose of both sides.
I did not realize the damage that had been done to me as much as it was until I left. There's people who come in and want fetishes. They want you to act like their daughters. They want spankings. They want the most disgusting stuff. But now it's justifiable because now it's legal. I'm not doing anything wrong. You know, it's okay to do this.
Because we know what we lived through. We know the repercussions today, what we went through, and, you know, that's what we need to bring to the table. We need to bring our experiences.
I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that.
It's in the reports.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got here. I need to recapture control. It's very important for me, maybe more psychologically than, you know, strategically. I'm going to start with occupation at risk. But see, my point is I'm going to show what's not in dispute. And I'm going to move very quickly, so I don't want to be melodramatic. But this has to be looked at because you have to understand the gravity of the harm. It's not about getting scratched in a parking lot. And that everything the Crown is doing is smoke and mirrors because ultimately when you look at the evidence, it's solid, and what they're saying was disregarded is bullshit. That's it. It was nothing.
It was a fast day.
Nothing. Maybe I won't work tonight. Here's the secret I want to tell you. People don't come to me to do the case. I go to them. I come up with the issue, I come up with the argument, and then I find the right people for the case. And so that's what happened here. Initially, it was Terry Jean.
Prime Minister Harper, you've been a very, very bad boy. And I'm not afraid of you, but you're afraid of me because he's supposed to take care of all of his citizens, great and small. And for him to feel that he has no need to protect these women, he's acting like a deadbeat dad.
She's a very quirky, nice person, and her life story demonstrated my case. And then I remember reading about Val, because Val was an advocate.
We're doing well. We are doing really well in there.
I thought she was a very good spokesperson on this issue. Like, She really knew what to say, the right things to say, and not histrionic. And she so much wanted to be part of it.
They're giving him a hard time. They've read our materials and they're giving him